So there are a few other interesting and useful things from tables that we want to look at as well. First, I'm going to go in and clear this filter from unit price. So what we'd like to be able to do is actually look at, we have the number of units sold, unit cost, unit price. We'd like to be able to come in here and do insert, right? And notice it has a column here already for me, but I'm going to name it total cost, right? And then I'm going to do equal the number of units that we sold times the unit cost. Notice that when I'm doing it inside of a table, it's not pointing to cell reference E2 and F2. It's actually pointing to at units, that column name, that right, for that column, and unit cost. And notice when I hit enter, it fills it in all the way down. Very, very convenient, very useful. We like that. Right? Now, I also want to come over to here, and I want to go, let's see what the total sales would be. Notice when I do that, it went ahead and added it to the table for me, right? I can, so that's very nice. As I go to the right, it adds it to the table for me. I can insert in between like we just did with total cost, or I can add to the right-hand side for this table. So total sales would be the number of units that I sold times the unit price, right? So that's the revenue. Okay. So then if I want to find the profit, off to the right, call this guy total profit. And that's just the total revenue, the total sales, minus my total cost. And now I've filled in the entire table with very minimal typing, and it fills it all in for me. So that's what's super nice about tables, is that they are dynamic in that sense, where I can add new columns quite easily, and that it can fill in if I'm pointing to other parts of the table. And now, right, if we still have our total row down here, which we do, right, we might be interested in the sum of my total profit, right? But we might be only interested in it across the east. And when we do that, we see that it's $1,500. Right? This one doesn't make a whole lot of sense right now, so I'm going to get rid of that guy. We might want to look at the total in sales, right? And then we might also want to look at maybe the total cost as well. So we could look at the sums there. And notice that when I subtract cost from sales, I should get the profit. That's what we were doing before. Okay. And so that's the majority of the nice things about tables. You also a lot of times will want to actually build a pivot table off of a table, which we may or may not do at some point. So that's good too. So that wraps up the main points of using a table. They are much easier to get around and manipulate data quickly than trying to filter by itself.